With more need for housing in Christchurch, there are also more architectural designs entering the residential mix. And it will be hard choosing a winner at a national design competition with more than double the entries than last year. Colour and creativity shines here in Christchurch, with this room filled with regional competitors for this year's Architectural Design Awards. The judges have gathered here at the atrium at Christchurch's Netball Centre, unpacking all the boards and putting them up on display to find this year's winner. And the Chief Executive says it's the first time she's seen them since they've been sent in.
It's really exciting. I mean, it always is, because it's the celebration of the members' work, and so you just see all of the different kinds of work, and you see some people who've come back and they've done it before and their style may have changed or the work's quite different, and then you see the work of new members, and that's really exciting too. It's sort of like Christmas for us, yeah.
The awards have more than doubled from last year, seeing nearly 130 architects enter. Anderson says they've seen a growth in membership over the last 12 months, seeing more people put together their entry displays. But she says there's still some other factors too.
Last year, everyone was extremely busy in the construction sector, and also it rained for the whole of April, so people were struggling to get their photography together, so some people didn't get their entries in. But I think that it's just a growing awareness of the benefit of entering, yeah.
There's many designs from homes to businesses, most of them being residential properties, but there is a larger range, local designs for a primary school and other buildings going up as part of the Central City rebuild. However, Anderson says although they have 2 sheets of card to print their design on, it's more than just the image that's important to the judges.
Well, we've got quite a comprehensive amount of information they need to give us, but I mean the most important thing is they have to design a great building. That's the first thing they need to do, and sometimes that's about having the great client or the client that's open or the opportunity to do something a little bit different or exciting. But in the end, it's delivering what the client wants. A great home or a great commercial building that delivers what the client wants is usually the award-winning.
One of the judges this time round has had nearly 40 years' experience in architecture and design, and he's even entered this competition when it first started back in 1989. He took out this first ever competition over 25 years ago and says the format has stayed the same since then.
Very much more upping of the quality of all the presentation, the photos, everybody's getting professional photography done, etc. But whereas back then it was back there with just about my Polaroid, taking pictures, doing it yourself, either hand drawing it up, as against everything's now digitally scanned, and it's a very much more professional job that's been done.
Now, with this being his second year judging, he says it's not an easy task to pick a winner, with an important message for those who enter.
Tell the story. You've only got a couple of minutes to do it with a few photos, and so something there has to capture the imagination and stand out. Got something here, then look into it harder. Be a bit sad to actually have to make some winners and some losers.
And he says the designers need to tick all the boxes.
It's a total package when you put the design in it. You might excel in just one part, and but let down by other parts of the presentation, and it's going to be an interesting, from the point of view of coming through, especially the residential section, which there's a massive amount of entries, of having to probably keep coming back and revisiting. You'll be looking for one that gazumps the next one, but then, it doesn't. So I can see that happening all afternoon for the next 3 days. Yeah.
However, Anderson says she hopes to see the competition grow, seeing more and more people enter in the future.
I think the different categories grow. We're quite, the ADNZ Design Awards are quite distinctive in that we don't have a sustainability award, and that it's part of the judging criteria. So if it's not sustainable, it's not going to win something. So that's sort of a basic for the awards here. Also, some categories are growing, the smaller homes growing, and that's a really exciting. I think you have to be more clever to design a small home.
When the judging finishes up here, the final boards will be on display at the Hagley Oval Pavilion in July, with the national winner expected in October. Jared McCulloch, CTV News.